Maxwell here at Lynnhaven Marine in Virginia Beach, staying on Boston Whaler's 270 Dauntless. It's the largest center console bay boat style that they make. It's kind of a hybrid. The boat has a little bit more of an aggressive entry than most of your bay boat models out there. Makes it a smoother, more calm ride, even in up to 3-foot chop. I've been on it 4 or 5. I've even been in it up to 8-foot chop. Boat handles great. This particular model is powered with a single Mercury. Has 350 horsepower. You can get twins up to 200s. There's even one out there with twin 300s, so that's overkill. Don't worry about that. Tons of options in the back of this boat all the way to the front. We're going to start back here on the transom. Your battery charges right off the back, makes it easy to hook up to your power source. You can get your boat charged, keep the batteries topped off throughout the fall or winter if it gets a little slimmer between times you're using it. There's a removable ski tow pylon back here. You just simply pick it up. You can take it right off the boat, leave it at home if you're doing some fishing that day and you don't want it on the boat with you. 4 rod holders, 5 rod holders across the back, and 2 cup holders behind a very neatly disguised seating arrangement with a very tall backrest. I'm 6'1" and it comes above my shoulders when sitting. If you're worried about being able to sit or stand back here while this boat's running, you don't have to worry. There's a nice grab handle right here. We have a great bait prep station. 2 grab handles, one for getting up out of the seat, and if you're standing behind the helm, a nice place to grab onto here. Whaler's biggest focus has always been with safety and the quality of their boats. We have a nice live well, blue LED lights, circulating, plenty of space for your bait fish. A couple extra rod holders here for storage, as well as 4 more up here across the top. And a lot more features hidden in this T-top. You have gear bags, overhead lights with night and daytime running lights. You have your spreaders for the aft here in case you're getting into some night fishing, as well as a high quality powder coating. Looks really clean. They integrate it into the helm so it gives you more deck space to walk on either side of the T-top. Behind the camera here on the side, on the port side of the boat, is they call it an all-activity platform. I am 230 pounds. I can stand on here, no problem. Nice little area to access the boat. There's a ladder that stows underneath this back seat. Lift it up, pull the ladder out, set it onto here, and it locks into place for families that want to board and get off the boat away from where the engine is. This makes it a nice, safe place for re-entry from the water. Swimming, paddle boarding. It's a nice way to step onto a jet ski if you've got a pair of those out with you for the day. Stepping up to the helm area here. Nice tall helm seat and T-top. Plenty of space for me to stand and spread out. There's 2 bolster seats here, flip-ups. So when you want to stand at the helm, simply flip these up and you have a little bit more standing space, and also gives you good lumbar support while you're sitting and driving or standing and driving, one way or the other. DTS is standard on all 200 horse Mercuries and up. All digital throttle. You have docking mode to give you a 3rd horsepower, so when you're managing and maneuvering around the docks, it gives you a little bit more control over your specific driving. All the electronics are mounted in pretty ergonomically located areas. Your VHF radio, your Raymarine here. Raymarine's the only unit you can get from Boston Whaler. We typically put it on the boats that we know people are going to be using for both day boats and fishing boats. Some blend between fishing and family, which is what this boat is for. You have your Mercury Smartcraft gauges down here. Read everything from your speed to your RPMs, as well as it'll tell you water temperature, depth, oil pressure. All that's going to be down here. Rocker switches for all of your lights, your windlass power, your live wells, your wash down, your freshwater shower, which is back on the transom of the boat at the walk-through. So if you were going to be utilizing a boat as a day boat, you want to rinse back off after a day on the water, it's a nice way to cool down in the heat. Integrated grab rails all the way along the sides. Right down below here leads to a nice bathroom. I can almost stand up in here. Again, I'm 6'1". Your table has a dedicated storage down there. That goes up in the bow of the boat. Your battery switch is on the wall, which you can reach from standing in the aisle out here. You don't actually have to be down in there to turn the battery switch on for the boat. Speakers are mounted on the outside of the hull. 4, 2 in the aft and 2 in the front. You can hear this thing coming. They've got some good quality in them. We have a couple optional features up here in the front, including a sunshade. This thing is easy to put up. It took me maybe 10 seconds. Hooked up at 4 points, and 2 poles go on the bow rod holders up there near the grab rail, near the bow rail. You have a beautiful Chaise Lounge here with flip down armrests. 2 people can sit side by side forward facing up here, have a nice view of the water in front of them. Not only 2 persons sitting up forward facing here, you also have 2 flip up backrests in the bow. This is a removable centerpiece if you want to make it one big sun pad. Take this out, there's a little platform that goes underneath it. It also can be used as a casting platform if you're fishing the boat. This stainless steel bracket right down here, this is where your table goes and comes up and sets about right here. So if you're sitting out having lunch on your boat, makes it nice and easy. Easy click in, click out, not difficult to remove. Moving further up towards the bow, you have integrated cup holders on either side and a nice tall bow rail. Sitting down and leaning into it, holding on to it, gives you a little bit of added safety for something with low freeboard height, which honestly, the way this boat handles, freeboard's not an issue. It's a Boston whaler, it stays upright. You have a little storage underneath each of these for rods. You can use them as coolers. You want to ice them down, put your catch in them, or your drinks, whatever you're bringing with you for the day. Up here in the front, you have a split bow rail. If you're going to beach the boat, which you could do with this boat, it is a bay boat, makes it a little easier to get it into shallow water. That is kind of the purpose. You have a through-hull anchor locker with a pin and a windlass system. You can operate this from the helm on a set of rocker switches to raise and lower it, or for more eyeball control, you have a simple remote control, up, down. Kind of idiot-proof. Great system, and if for any reason the electronic windlass fails, there's a hand crank in here for making small adjustments, and a pin to keep your anchor in and not just fall out. Again, this is Maxwell, Lynnhaven Marine, Virginia Beach. Give us a call, set up a test drive sometime. We'd be more than happy to get you all on the water.